And you know that's next, Jonah Hex. She will be greater than Sith Daddy. And then the emasculation will be complete. Hello there, and welcome to my channel. I'm Reina Creole, bringing you that spice to sci-fi and pop culture analysis, and of course, keeping it real when it comes to theme parks. And this video that you are about to see is a review of episode 5 of Ahsoka, courtesy of myself and courtesy of my amazing channel members. So this way, you guys can get a diverse, or we'll say a review from not just my viewpoint, but my members' viewpoint about this particular episode. I can't say you're going to love it. I can't say you're going to hate it, but you will enjoy it. That I can promise you. All right, so please make sure you're subscribed to my channel and definitely consider joining my channel as a member in order to get on awesome watch parties like the snippet from the one you are about to see. Okay, so maybe this is me, but all we get from this is dollar store Anakin / Darth Vader, rip off from Lord of the Rings, a rip off from Dune with space squid looking whales. This is Disney Star Wars now, folks. Yeah. You're right, Mike. This was boring as hell. 51 minutes, and probably, I guess, 45 of that was the episode. I can't. Yes, it was stupidly contrived. Yeah, he should be hit with tomatoes, but you know what? You've got people out there who are going to talk about this as if this is the best thing that ever happened to Star Wars. If this is the best thing that's happened to Star Wars, I say take Star Wars off of life support. Really. Yeah. They're not retconning the sequel trilogy. Like some of you guys said earlier, they are going to try to retcon, not try, it's probably their idea, retcon the original trilogy. Why should the space squids even trust Ahsoka? I know. Shouldn't animals have an inner distrust? I mean, I know you can talk to them, I guess communicate them through the force, but shouldn't there be some apprehension? Jonah Hex says that was masterclass writing and storytelling. Truly, Filoni is an unequaled genius. I'm trying to find it. Okay, we gonna stop right here because honestly, this is the true and total crux of what's going on. Let's see, Dune, Thor, Avengers, Star Trek, and who else got ripped off? I think we said Lord of the Rings. I think we said that too. So this was the hype we were all getting excited about. Yeah. Yeah, this was so hyped up that they were playing it in theaters. Yes. 10 theaters across the country, 10 theaters in strategically put places, including the AMC Theater at Disney Springs. Mhm. I do not see what there is to be hyped up about when it comes to this. Yep, this is Disney Star Wars, just mid-tier fantasy now. Yeah, an unexpected fire. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it was on its way, but this just clinched it. And I don't even know if I'd call it okay. So if you say yeah, mid-tier fantasy, I wouldn't even insult it by calling it mid-tier fantasy. It's more like low-hanging fruit, paint by numbers, connect the dots kind of fantasy. Jonah Hex says Filoni on the couch doing homework, watching other films. Yes, because if y'all can pick it out and I can pick it out, I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of people looking like, am I watching Star Wars or am I watching Dune? I mean, come on now. Bonzo De Labanzo says, you and her need to stream about this one. She likes it. Yes, I know. She likes it. She likes it much more than I do. And our show, Ladies of the PGS, on Mondays over on the Burnett Network, we actually talk about Ahsoka. So you can see from that panel, there's very little that we agree on about the show. But we definitely come at it from different viewpoints. Like she's watched Rebels, she's watched the Clone Wars. So she really does like Ahsoka. I really don't. I'm the salty, I'm the salty George Lucas films 1 through 6 are the only ones that count kind of fan. uh Reacting to this. So you should check out our dual reviews over there on the Burn Network because we definitely come at it from two different sides. But we completely agree that if you like it, you should like it. If you don't like it, folks should respect the fact that you don't like it. And that's how it is. Laura B says it took Ezra a long time to build trust in Rebels. Okay. Yeah, see, since I didn't watch Rebels, it's like I have zero reference, but even still, something feels off to me watching this. Things are they're talking too slow, and some things are moving faster than they should be. HC says she, meaning Ahsoka, tricked the space whales, leading them to their death. Really? Ah, shoot, that's effed up. She basically used the space whales as a let's see, hyperspace Uber, I want to say, so to speak. Vulcan lives because she's space Gandalf now. Even down to the white robes, y'all called it in Return of the King. She's space Gandalf. She's the Kwisatz Haderach. Mike has bad knee says, I just can't get over how boring this show is. And it is. Some folks have been saying, oh, well, it's a slow burn. It's not even a slow spark at all. Dialogue that doesn't really advance things. We've got characters that we don't really feel an emotional attachment to unless they're Sith. So what does that tell you? Yep, we're going to stop right here because this here that I have on screen is the whole reason why they brought Hayden Christensen back in this, and the whole reason why this episode was shown in 10 theaters. Right here. This is the shot right here. It's not lost on me. They wanted this shot. Wait for this shot to show up on all kinds of promo materials and crap like that. I'm telling you. Yes, and Charles Dickens. the ghost of Clone Wars passed. So we had to see that. Dadman Walking 55 says if they were honest, they would just retcon the original trilogy. They've just doubled down on the road to Jake Skywalker. I don't think they could ever erase all of that. And this is something that I've been saying when people were like, well, we'll say some people were like, oh, they're going to retcon the sequel trilogy. If that was the case, they would have done that with Book of Boba Fett. They would have done that with Kenobi. They would have done that with a third season of The Mandalorian, and they didn't. That train is still on the track, headed to lead directly to the sequel trilogy. But they are going to retcon the original trilogy. They are. They are. They have too much invested in this not to keep the sequel trilogy intact. It's like, just be honest, but you're expecting the mouse to be honest, and that ain't happening. Mm-mm. Unexpected Fire says Star Wars used to feel like a real place you could go to, you could with a touch of mysticism. The deeper they go into fantasy, the less interesting it is to me. And I totally get your point because I was never a fantasy fan. I mean, I knew of, fantasy shows, fantasy series, of course, Lord of the Rings. I didn't read the books. I waited till the movie came out, but I wasn't into fantasy. I was into science fiction. This is not it. This is not it at all. I really wish I could What movie was that? Oh, it was Airplane. They said, man, I picked the wrong week to stop drinking. Or wrong day to stop drinking. One of those two. One of those two. Not even the ripoffs made this interesting. At least AMC got that Disney money. Well, that plus, the theater that's on Disney property down at Disney Springs. They're getting their money one way or another. And that's Darth Vader. They really cut his boys off and made him pansy. I'd vomit, but I haven't eaten yet. And this is what makes me angry. It just made me angry about them bringing Hayden Christensen back into this. You didn't bring him back so he could be fully Darth Vader. You brought him back to have Ahsoka fight him and for Ahsoka to turn out to be the bestest ever. That she's better than Anakin, that she's better than Darth Vader because she chooses to live. Get the frick out of here. But folks, it started with Kenobi. Gonna bring Darth Vader back for the rematch of the century. That was in A New Hope, but apparently, I guess she didn't like that. I hope you call the people out that like it. Where the hell is the action? Yeah, I've said that. Where's the action? The only time there seems to be action is if there's Sith involved and they're fighting. I'll actually pay attention to that. This is a bunch of just talking and ripoffs and space words. Helen and Jay said, I'm going to rip this on Twitter. Girl, I'm trying to figure out what clip I'm going to put on Twitter. I think I'm going to put the one that says the emasculation is complete in my fake Darth Vader voice. I think that's what I'm going to put out there because it's pretty much what it is. You have a hard time holding the straight face. Yeah, I do because I'm pissed the frick off. I mean, yeah, she is. You're gonna have some folks who, they're optimistic about it, and God bless them. Let them have their optimism, because for every optimist, you've got a bunch of realists who were just like, no, nah, I'm a head out. I'm gonna head out. And that is why we love you. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, see you later, Bonzo. You like it, you're wrong. You sound like when I say you're entitled to your wrong opinion. Hate to stream and run, but gotta fly. Live long and prosper. We'll see you later, Bond. So I just, there's really not a whole lot that I can say about this episode that I haven't already said um, during watching it. This is it, right? This is it right here. This is all that this show has been leading up to. And as for where it goes from here, they're going to basically recreate this scene with Sith Daddy, honestly. Or, no, 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 no. Better yet, Morgan will wind up, you know, stabbing Sith Daddy with a prison shank or something. So he dies, and then she gets to have a rematch with Ahsoka. I don't think I'm too wrong with that, but we'll see. We'll see. Jonah Heck says the only seconds of the 5 episodes this has been interesting were a couple of Ray Stevenson scenes, but as much as everyone loves Sith Daddy, he can't save this disaster by himself. But when he's not on screen, I'm struggling to stay interested without making jokes and sarcasm. Well, Jonah Hex, you're not wrong. I love Ray Stevenson. I wish Ray Stevenson could have been in one of the prequel films. Um, his acting is amazing. But yeah, Sith Daddy can't save it as much as I want him to. I just kind of feel bad that Ray Stevenson is in this, but hey, it's a paycheck, right? Right. Uh, let's see. Just random, but in that shot, her stance is wrong. Her leg is off to the side. It's not bracing her for that hit. Well, that's one of the things that is really off about this show. Their fight coordination is off. The only good fight scene that I've seen is with the actress who plays a Little Sith. I'm going to keep calling her Little Sith. She was good. So it makes me wonder, is it that she's better trained or what? I don't know. I don't know. Dadman Walking 55 says, I'm just so numb. I got nothing. It almost put me to sleep. Yeah, it was like, I just didn't care. And I'm just mad that, I mean, I'm not mad at Hayden Christensen for taking a paycheck. I'm mad at Filoni for writing him in this garbage to begin with. Just waste him like that. Gotta have my girl fight Anakin. Goodness gracious. That training scene was worse than a guy who falls down meme after twirling his plastic lightsaber toy. And Dylan C says, witches burned at the stake is a slow burn. You got that right. Got that right. Hashtag Doomcock was right. All roads lead to the sequel trilogy. Yeah, when I heard about, oh, well, they're going to retcon the sequel trilogy, I'm like, well, don't you think they would do that sooner rather than later? I'm like, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. I've had some folks say, have faith, you know, have faith. I'm like, I have faith that this thing still leads to the sequel trilogy. I see no deviation, you know? Vader vomited on himself. Oh, man. Just, yeah. Just at this point, I was like, I mean, I had stopped really, really caring. And it was like a train wreck. Now it's just like you're just wasting my freaking time. And if I'm saying that, there are some normies who are just like, pfft. Well, normies who are not Raylos, let's put it that way. Yeah, I did. I brought up that word. They're just like, I could go watch better things. I don't have time to watch this. John Sapolo said Yoda Yoda said she was done with her training before she left. Oh, okay. See, that part I didn't know. Well, then, because I didn't watch Rebels, so I had no idea what was going on. Jonah, don't give them people, don't give them ideas. Do not give them ideas. Oh my God, they're going to have Ahsoka go to a new galaxy and be the founder of a new Jedi Order slash way, bring the Force to a whole new galaxy. Telling you, they are going to go in a direction that all fits in with the sequel trilogy right now. It's just like, just own up to it, honestly. Just do it. Just do it. And this is why we need to make our own stories. Mm-hmm. And Kocho Dragon, hello, says after this, I think I'm going to consider watching One Piece now. The live action one, I heard it's good from Yellow Flash. Well, I can actually co-sign um, onto that. Actually, I watched about 15 episodes of One Piece before I. My friends keep texting me. Before I saw the first episode of the live action. So I can definitely tell you that the live action is good. The live action, while some things may be a little off, the soul of the anime in the manga is there. Like when you see outlets like IGN complaining about fan service in One Piece, you know it's on the right track. Yeah, it's on the right track. So it's obvious that the live action shows respect for the fans, respects the lore that's been built up in One Piece. Um, I enjoyed it. I'm about halfway through it. It is fun to watch. And Roanoa Zoro, ooh, the sword fighting action in that is top freaking notch. I kid you not. Laura says Anakin in the flesh did not have a red saber. Absolutely. But eh, Filoni doesn't want to be bothered with details like that. Ugh. But this is what they wanted. This is exactly, I keep saying this. This is exactly what they wanted. They wanted this. So they were like, oh, we don't want to be accused too much of going straight Vader, but we're going to go with the red saber too. Just, oh, Lord. Yeah, and they started off with him having the blue saber too. All we're missing is a Darth Maul return. Seriously, at this point, why not? Only if they show both portions of his dismembered body fused back together. I want that effect first. That's all I'm saying. I would love Darth Maul to come and kill her. Man, at this point, I just want Sith Daddy to just roll in and just freaking force choke everybody and then kill him. That's how much I've had it with this. Man, and we got 3 more episodes to go. Lord have mercy. Ahsoka has to fight and defeat all the Sith, Vader included. I hate this crap. You couldn't create a story for Ahsoka that did not have to pull Vader in. You couldn't do that just her on her own. Well, we know why. She did slice open Vader's helmet in Rebels. Yes, that's the thing. It's like, and Lord Callus was absolutely right. He had said on the Dark Council that if you didn't watch Rebels or Clone Wars, you were not going to like this. And he was 100% right. But I had to find out for myself because the more that I watch this, the more I'm just like, This does not line up with what I know from the movies. Just I want to tap out, but you guys give me real I'm roasting this, so I'm having fun. Let's say, look for the last clip of Clone Wars while Ahsoka tells a Jedi to F off. Oh, okay. 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 Savior Phi Lonely cannot do wrong. Apparently, yes. Sabers and mood rings. Blue, good, red, bad. Okay. See, Laura knows everything. Laura knows everything. Yeah, 3 epic episodes left. And they spent how much money? Yeah, too much. Too much money. Just when I thought it couldn't get any more boring, the mouse pulls a Florida man, hold my beer. It's like it can't get any worse than Book of Boba Fett. Hold my beer. That's what this show said. I was a pre-Disney Clone Wars fan. Everything pre-Disney went out the window. I didn't like Clone Wars, but liked Rebels. I still hate this. For the folks who watched Rebels, a lot of people they pretty much liked it. I didn't watch Rebels. I kept falling asleep on Clone Wars. I was just like, no, nah. But folks for the most part seem to be okay with Rebels. I think I just ticked off some Disney Star Wars fans on Twitter or Filoni fans on Twitter for my 3 out of 10. Man, wait until I post. They already hate me. But thanks for helping the algorithm, guys. Let's see. This show is a Florida signature sinkhole. It can't get any worse than the Book of Boba Fett famous last words. You got that right. You got that right. I mean, let's think about it. It's like we had The Mandalorian. Um, what was it? Like we had the second season of Mandalorian. And then we had the Book of Boba Fett. We kind of gave that the benefit of the doubt, even though it looked kind of cheesy. But then when it came out, it was just like, this is some bull crap. This is like crap. And like, well, couldn't get any worse. Then Kenobi showed up. It was like, yeah. Yeah, it's way, way, way worse. Way worse. And then this comes out. Like I said, I'm a Rosario Dawson fan, so I wanted to see what she could do. Was mostly watching it for her. Girl. Maybe this was the episode where she maybe talked to Filoni and said, you may want to change how I'm talking in this show. Because I actually started to like her better when she seemed to show more emotion, after she came back like Gandalf from Return of the King with, white stuff on. Wow, 3 out of 10, savage. Let's put it this way. I thought last week's episode was better, probably because Sith Daddy was in it, and Sith Karen and Little Sith were in it. Little Sith was gangster too. Tell you, love it. I'm truly at a loss for words tonight. Well, I can tell you this much. This episode was long, contrived, ripped off of too many other famous movies, not an homage, pretty much a ripoff, and nothing of real interest really happened at all. At all. Except for this photo op right here, or this shot right here, which is all kinds of wrong. I look at this as a Star Wars movie fan, and I have no idea what the heck this is. This looks like a fever dream, or I was smoking something and this picture came to mind. That's it. You just brought it back just to show that Ahsoka is better than Anakin. Dave Filoni, you can kiss my entire behind. Yes, Alora, that is exactly it. She came back and had the white vestments and everything on. Yep. Yep, exactly. Exactly. It's from Thor. They recolored the walkway into Thor's realm. Why do I not remember that? Well, when Ashoka fell over into and woke up in the world between worlds, he basically said that fall was reminiscent of what happened to Black Widow when she jumped off the cliff so that Clint could get the Soul Stone instead of her. Just shows you how freaking cheap Disney is too. You couldn't make your own thing. It rip something off. I tell you, I can't. But I will. But I will with this show. I had to give this one a rating. It's getting a 2. It's getting a 2 out of 10. Technically, it should be a 1 out of 10, but then again, I've been honest with y'all. The curve I throw is an extra point because Rosario Dawson is in it. I do not recognize what the heck this is. This is Disney Star Wars. It's not Star Wars. I mean, people have been saying that for the longest time, but this right here, Disney Star Wars, because it's no way that it's the George Lucas Star Wars that I remember. Not this crap. And yes, I called it crap. If you like it, that's fine. More power to you. I'm not pleased with it. And I've heard some people say, well, oh, you know, you have to like it or we won't get any more Star Wars. I said, we won't get any more Disney Star Wars. That's not a bad thing. But don't tell me that this is some great thing and that Filoni is some great savior of Star Wars. Because telling you, if like again, if I was just a normie who saw the movies, I wouldn't give a crap about this. Ah, all right. We will be right there with you for the next 3 episodes. Thank you so freaking much. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys watching. So, yes, the 5th episode, I believe, called Shadow Warrior. Disney Plus was so lazy they couldn't even put the title when they uploaded the episode. It just says episode 5, whatever the heck it is. Rating for me, 2 out of 10. 2 out of 10. And 1 point on that is for Rosario Dawson being in it. There is nothing that I'm interested in this episode. And again, just dragging Hayden Christensen, dragging Anakin back out to basically have Ahsoka show that she is better than Anakin or better than Darth Vader. Like I said, Filoni, you can kiss my entire ass about that. Yeah. I'm not eating that crap sandwich you're trying to serve us. Anyway, just think we have the Acolyte next. I know. I know. And you know I'm going to watch the Acolyte. Why? They can't call me sexist. I mean, they can try, but they cannot call me sexist, no matter how much they want to. No, they'll call it internalized misogyny. And I'm like, stop making up stuff. Stop making stuff up. But the space whales, that's like 2 more points. They were doing good with the space whales until they made Ahsoka into Paul Atreides / Mordiv / Kwisatz Haderach. Nah. Oh, the Acolyte is going to be ass. I'm gonna go on record as saying that, but uh, I'm gonna have fun with the witty commentary. All right, so that does it for mine and my channel members' review of episode 5 of Ahsoka, uh, Shadow Warrior. Um, you know what to do. Leave your thoughts and observations in the comments section. And if you got some value out of this video, please do hit that like button. And if you didn't, oh well, can't please everybody. Thank you for watching this far. All right, so I will catch you all in the next video. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your evening. Bye.